new update just around the corner, Craftersmc is likely to welcome a wave of new players. However, from my experience, there are 10 to 15 common mistakes that new players tend to make, and some of them may be mistakes you'll make without even realizing it. I have made several of these mistakes myself when I start playing this server. So this list is based off my personal experience as well as some other Craftersmc players that I experienced hopefully. First on the list is begging. You'll sometimes see players following an emerald rank player around, shift and right clicking them every few seconds hoping they might get some free items. Like bro, I respect the dedication, but that's probably not the most efficient way. Instead of spending hours asking someone for free stuffs, you could use your time to grind and make some money and actually progress on the server. There's nothing wrong asking help once in a while, but constantly begging probably isn't going to get you very far. That's why migrant people say L nods. The second one might be something almost everyone does 24/7. That is chatting. I swear, every player on Craftersmc has spent at least 6 or 7 hours just sitting there and chatting. Now, I'm not saying that chatting is bad. It's actually a good way to meet people and have fun with your friends. But you should probably keep an eye on the time. And if you have that one friend who somehow manages to take up 6 or 7 hours of your day just by talking, maybe it's time to consider unfriending them. I'm just kidding. Just remember, you come to play Minecraft, not to run a 24/7 customer support center in the chat. Seeing grey color text really annoys me. And no, I'm not talking about someone's rank, I'm talking about not voting. If you vote, your chat text turns white, which makes your chat much more noticeable when you're trying to sell something or get people's attention in chat. So please guys, just vote. You get better looking text and free gems. It's basically a win-win. Go vote, your grey text is hurting my eyes. The fourth one is actually two mistakes related to pets. The first one is using candies on your pets, especially pets like the zombie's elephant. Using candies can reduce their value, so if you're planning to sell the pet later, maybe think twice before feeding it. Only use candies if you're 100% sure you're never going to sell that pet. The second mistake is getting the wrong information about pets. For example, I used to think that wolf pet is good for slaves, but turns out it's not. Another example is the rabbit and elephant pets. Some people just keep upgrading their rabbit pets without realizing that the elephant pet even exists. And one more thing I just remember, don't forget to put your pets on upgrade from time to time. You might not notice the difference immediately, but trust me, future you will thank you for doing it. Don't spend your gems right away after getting them for voting or buying. Be patient. Those gems might come in handy, especially when a limited skin bundles come around. You might think it's just a few gems, I'll spend them. And the next day, the limited bundle drops and suddenly you're sitting with 0 gems and maximum regrets. Save them, you'll thank yourself later. It happens to me a lot, by the way. Some people get confused about how magical power works and they ended up selecting the wrong power. So here's how it actually works. Magical power is calculated from the accessories in your accessories bag. The amount of magical power you get depends on the rarity of those accessories. If you are new players, I'd recommend choosing a commando power or checking out YouTube video to understand which powers is best for you. And if you're not sure whether you are missing any accessories, you can also check out this video. A lot of people don't bother placing different types of minion on their islands. Every minion has some use throughout your gameplay, so there's really no reason to stick to just one type. For example, obsidian minion can help increase ender chest slots, while jungle minions are useful for getting the ocelot pet. And gold minions are very useful. It is needed for golden tooth and also a decent amount of collection to upgrade in your bank. The bank really seems to love gold. Also, crafting and upgrading minions can give you more minion slots, allowing you to place even more minions. But I have seen some genuinely rich players who still have like 10 minion slots. Another one is making the wrong armor. For example, the hardened diamond armor. I actually made it myself when I was new, only to realize that it wasn't great. I have seen a lot of people focusing on blaze armor when there's actually more options. Like personally, I only use the Frozen Blaze helmet, mainly for rev, and anything else, I don't use it. You should have an idea on which armor sets are actually worth investing your resources into before spending your materials. I would recommend going for golem armor, then working towards eminent armor. If you don't have golem armor, you can also try some dragon armors too. I have seen plenty of players using dragon armor and successfully killing tier 4 eminents, so you don't need the most expensive armor to progress. So yeah, before making hardened diamond armor, think about it, whether it's actually worth spending all those enchanted diamonds on. Some weeks ago, a player asked me, "Do you have a good sword?" And honestly, I have seen this question like 5 times already. Back when I was new, about an year ago, I used to kill tier 3 revs with golem armor and a dead sword. Yeah, just a simple one with no enchantments or not a pet. Later, I crafted the Revenant sword, and that obviously made things a lot easier. But guys, Craftersmc isn't a server where you only need to fight mobs all day. There is farming too. You can actually make good money and use that money to get better gear. So instead of constantly asking other players for a good sword, I'd recommend getting some money and buying or crafting one yourself. Although I'm exactly not a sword expert, so if you want an actual recommendation, ask someone else, guys. New Year cake is also something important to collect. So people completely forgot to collect the New Year cake or simply forget that it even exists. Buying a multiple cake of that specific number can also be really profitable. For example, 267 cake. And if you see an old cake available in the auction house for bidding, it can be worth keeping an eye on and trying to win the bid. I'm saying this because I'm honestly one of those players who forgets to collect the New Year cake every single time. I don't know why, but somehow I always remember it after the event is over. Everyone has some level of trust issues, especially when it comes to buying things from other players. So if you're buying a rank or anything valuable from someone, make sure the player is actually trusted. And yes, this even applies if they already have rank. Having rank doesn't automatically means that someone is trustworthy. You never know, you could end up being the next victim. I've seen plenty of players get scammed, so it's always better to be careful and verify who you are dealing with. And also, if you purchase anything from the Craftersmc store, don't forget to use my creator code Genko to support me. So for now, I only remember this much of mistakes. Now let's just quickly summarize everything. Don't beg for items and don't spend hours just chatting when you could be progressing. Make sure you vote regularly for the extra benefits. And be careful with your pets, especially when using candies, choosing pets, and upgrading them. Don't waste your gems the moment you get them. Save them for something actually worth it. Learn how magical power works, use different minions, and make sure you're investing in the right armor instead of wasting your resources. Don't constantly ask people for a good sword. Make some money and work towards getting one yourself. Remember to collect your New Year cake because they are easy to forget but can be useful later. And finally, always be careful when dealing with other players. Scammers are everywhere, so make sure you trust someone before making a deal. That's basically it. Avoid this mistake and you will save yourself a lot of time, money and resources while progressing at the same time. And yeah, that's pretty much for today's video. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And if you have any other mistake that you think I missed, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching and see you guys in the next video.